Good to have your company. Now, speaking of company, I've got some company in the studio with me. I don't know if you caught up this week, earlier in the week. On Monday, we had a really amazing day here at Rhema Media because we had a porphyry and a commissioning of our new chief executive, Luke Weston. Good morning, my friend, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Good morning. Yeah, it was a lovely day on Monday, wasn't it?
It was. And we were so fortunate with the weather and everything because it was out in the car park and there was sort of about 150 people there. Couldn't fit them all in the building, so had to put them out there. And it was really amazing.
Yeah, it was so good. It's one of those things that I had very little, if nothing at all, to do with the organising of it. And then you sort of know that it's happening, and I turned up not really knowing what to expect, but it exceeded my expectations. I mean, to look out and to see all of the staff and all of our partners and, you know, some supporters and old, you know, CEOs from other generations of Rhema Media. Yeah, it was pretty special, and it felt like a real great start to this role.
Indeed. So you've had quite a history with Rhema Media. For people who don't know, just tell us your history of being part of this organisation.
1836. I came off a boat from France. No.
And no grey hair?
No, I started my radio career after university in 2002 as an announcer for Life FM and spent 5 years just on that radio station having fun and being silly.
Yeah.
And back then, Life FM, it's become a much bigger FM network now, but back then we were sort of like the naughty kids in the corner of the room.
I can well imagine that.
So that was really fun. It was a great way to start, and it gave me a real heart for Christian media. And then I went off and did other things, and then ended up managing a radio station for UCB, which is sort of loosely linked to Rhema, and definitely part of the same family of Christian media organisations. And that was in England. Did that for 5 years, and then came back 11 years ago, had twins.
Yes.
And also started as content director for these radio stations, and finished that job last Friday. Started the job as CEO on Monday, 5 days in, and it's going okay. I've just been able to log into our bank accounts for the first time, so that's exciting.
Okay. So you just touched on that you've got your twin girls who are 11. What else do you like to do outside of work, and what free time you have?
Oh, well, as you know, I love music.
Yeah.
I love playing guitar, and I play the piano. Not very well, but I still play every day. And I'm a bit of a singer too, if you ever work with me. In fact, I think the accountant just got a fright because I came out of my office this morning singing some song, and I think he thought I was going mad. I said, well, this is just what it's like.
Yeah, get used to it.
There's a lot of songs.
There are a lot of songs.
And, you know, I enjoy being out, riding bikes, going to the movies, you know, romantic walks on the beach, cappuccinos, you know, just the usual stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, you've become the chief executive. What exactly, you know, I know that that's the top of the pyramid, but what is your responsibility? What is your focus within Rhema Media with this new role?
So I think that it's an interesting season that we're heading into for all media. You know, you only have to look in New Zealand to see that, you know, MediaWorks has struggled recently. TV3 closed down, you know, delivering news and paying for content has become an issue because now, you know, people get the information and the content that they want on the platform that they want to receive it on for free, basically.
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to work through all of that. We've got this incredible financial model where people who believe in it support it, and there'll be people listening that are financial supporters. It's incredible because I think, well, that's just an early example of the subscription model, isn't it?
Yeah, we got there first.
Yeah, we got there first, and it means that actually our financial model's pretty robust, even in times like this where things are a bit uncertain. AM, which Star is predominantly on, is going to be a thing that we have to work through. That technology's becoming more and more obsolete. It's very expensive to maintain. So we're going to have to put together a strategy about how we transition you guys, the listeners, over to other platforms and to make sure that we continue to give Christian content to more and more New Zealanders.
Yeah, very cool.
That's the job.
Yeah.
Plus, also, we have a new award. Can I tell them about this?
Yeah, tell us.
Called the Richard Berry Award. We gave it away for the first time on Wednesday. And so it just goes to a legendary member of the Rhema media team. And Richard Berry, of course, was the man that founded Rhema in the 1960s. And I think that's kind of nice. So Chris Price was the first person to win that award, but I have a feeling that it's going to be in your future too, Lizzie Oakes.
Oh, thank you. Well, we in radio, we've always had the golden microphone for many years.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of fun that you've extended something that all staff can be part of.
Yeah, it's nice. And we've got a really great culture. And I think for all of us, whatever your occupation or whatever your, whatever you're called to, really our lives are about how we then relate back to Jesus, So it's I think often we get too caught up in the output and then we miss the fact that actually the way that we relate to each other and to Jesus is, I think, what your life is actually ultimately about. So for us, we're called to Christian media, but also we're called to love each other and to look after each other, and that's just as important.
Yeah, I love that. Those are great words from our new Chief Executive, Luke Weston. Thanks for being on the show.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can catch all our interviews on Star. See you next time.